Welcome to my gear video for the Montane Spine Sprint. Now, I'm wearing everything right now, almost everything. There's a couple of bits missing. Haven't got my gels yet because I'm going to the shop later, and my phone is in the other room. I can show you where that's going to go. So I'm going to take you through my kit list. This is my personal kit list for the Spine Sprint, and I'm not telling you that this is the best way to do it. This is the way I have managed to do it based on what I've already got in my cupboards, what gear I've already got. I haven't borrowed anything, I don't think. I've bought everything over the years, and this is coming from the background of a fell runner and an ultra runner who's done a few ultras, but the gear list for the spine race is a lot bigger than that. There's a lot more things on the gear list for the spine sprint than I've ever seen. So this is what I've managed to do. First of all, you'll notice I've got one backpack on the back, and I've got a backpack on the front. I've got my Salomon S-Lab vest on the front. So first of all, I'm going to just fling this off and show you this thing. So I've had this for years. This is my Vango 20 litre bag. I think the angle I'm going in for this really is like, you do not have to go out and buy new kit for every bloody race you do with a different list on it. I've had this for years and I'm making use of it this weekend. I did think about borrowing stuff, but I found this in the cupboard and I thought this is fine. It's 20 litres. I can cram as much as I can in here, give it a go this weekend and see how I do. So we'll start with that bag there. We've got the Salomon S-Lab vest thing here, minimal containing minimal kit. So I'm just basically using this because it's got the space on the front for the water, and it's going to have space here, and I'm going to put my gels here, and the GoPro is going to go in there as well for the race. So I'm just going to put all my gels in here. I'm probably going to have like an in and out bin bag thing going on, so I have like some gels here, maybe like a bin bag here, and sort of fill the bin bag. I like to do that because gels get really sticky and horrible. On my back, let's just take this off now. We're going to have a look in here, and in the back here, because it's going to be hot and because the minimum capacity for water is 2 litres, I've got 4 bottles of 500ml. I would say it's probably not even enough, but I can see what I can do on the route. So in here I've got 2 more water bottles. This is a mad one with a straw on it from Innovate. Using what I've got. And this is an ancient one with a mouldy nipple, Salomon one. We've got another Salomon here. Another Salomon there. I borrowed that off Tom Thomas. Cheers. About a year ago. And I've got a Ron Hill one. Now the Ron Hill one's got a wider lip to it, so I'm going to put my mountain fuel in that one, and I'll always know because it's a white one. The other one's a blue, and the other one's got a weird straw. So that's going to be my fuel one. My Innovate waterproof jacket, which I've had for 5 years. My Innovate waterproof jacket, I'm just going to show you, might as well show you. Had this for absolutely years. That is nice and snug on the back of the Salomon vest. So you'll notice that everything in the Salomon vest is like soft and cuddly. And the reason why it's soft and cuddly is because it backs onto the bag. So if I had anything hard in there, like a phone or a compass or something, it would be stabbing me in the back. So that's the point of having just soft things, and it adds to the padding of the bag. That could just mean I get really, really hot, but you know, we'll see. So let's go into the bag. First of all, wrap these off and introduce my latest purchase. Actually, I did make a purchase. Got the Harrier Cat Bells poles. Now, this is the first set of poles I bought that aren't walking poles, and they cost £40 from Harrier direct. So Kate at Harrier is doing a great job supplying trail runners with kit that doesn't break the bank. So there's my poles in there, and there's nothing else in this open part. Could be used for rubbish as well, maybe, if I've got a rubbish bag. So let's go into the front. So the front is obviously for easy use, so we'll go right in the front there. I've got some wipes, and I've got some backup, some more Mountain Fuel Energy powder to top up my water. I'll probably put some sweets in there or something as well, because at the moment it's not all in the right place. And then in the middle bit here, I've got my map printed out onto six pages, folded outwards, so I can, and numbered. I've listed the numbers, so I can start where we start there, and then I'll move up to there, and then I'll switch the page around. That's the way I'm going to do it today. In here we've got head torch, which is a Petzl Reactic. That's one of two. We've got, oh god, I've just pulled the lid off. I've got Body Glide, because I'm going to need that. I've got some sun cream, which I might need. And I've got my second Garmin Forerunner, because I don't own a watch that has a GPS tracking on it or anything like that. It's I've just got two of those, because I lost one for about 6 months. And then found it a day after I bought the second one. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to wear one out, and just before the battery dies, I just start another one. And obviously this is something you have to do. It's not for safety or anything. It's just for me, just for Strava, because if it's not on Strava, it doesn't count. Let's look in here. My compass is in here, tucked away. I don't think I'm going to need my compass. It's the Pennine Way. I know quite a lot of it. But obviously it's an emergency kit, so there it is, tucked away. So the general consensus is make things that you need more easier to find. I'm going to memorise where I put everything. Obs. Feel like so let's have a look in here. This is the main part of the bag. First thing I've got is a Sainsbury's carry bag, just full of crap, full of food. So I've got some cake in there, that's cake, fruit cake. I've got, this is going to show my immaturity, some squashies and some jelly babies. These are actually, in fact, I'm going to put these, I've got a gel there and some Goo Chews, that was Mountain Fuel gel, some Goo Chews, they're really good. And these are great, Salt Stick. These are really good if it's really hot, because they get the salt back into your body. And these all go in the front as and when I need them. So I'll probably do one sort of reload at a time. That's more like I'm travelling to the race tomorrow, and I probably won't need to have everything ready in the pockets. Plus I'm going to do a full kit check when I get there, and I'm going to have to rearrange everything anyway. So let's look what we go in there. Right, so we've now got well, first of all, this metal cup. Not particularly happy about having to carry this. I don't think I'm going to use it. I'm doing the Spine Sprint, but the kit list for the Spine Sprint is exactly the same as the Spine Challenger, which is the 100-mile version. That's for like hot drinks and things like that. I don't personally think I'm going to need hot drinks, but I might do, so I've got it. In we go to the first aid kit. This is a tiny first aid kit. Probably could do with a bigger one. So we'll have a look in here. First of all, we've got scissors to cut plasters out. I've got K-tape, spare K-tape just in case. I'm just going to get it all out because I have emptied it completely. Right. In the first aid kit is my knife, little knife. Can I remember how to do it? There we go. Pachow. and then I have to remember how to do it again. Let's figure out how. God damn it. There we go. Little knife. Loads of plasters. Loads of plasters. I've got some like muscle gel there. I just found it in the kit and thought, well, yeah, I could do with that. It's probably quite nice. Blister kit, emergency blanket, some finger tape, which is good for toes, and I've got some antihistamines, and some diarrhea tablets. So that's all in the first aid kit there. And now we've got pack away waterproof trousers. I've had these for absolutely years. I bought these for my first fell race back in 2015, and I think I've worn them twice. So here they are, probably under £10. So this is my sort of my not go in bag. I shouldn't really have to go into any of this, hopefully. So this is like an emergency bag. This contains, first of all, my spare head torch. It's a Black Diamond head torch. It's got a hat. A spare buff, and it's inside out. Sorry, Claire, because it's my wild ginger running buff. It's getting a bit tired now because I've worn it a lot, because it's a really good quality one. I've got my emergency bivvy in there, and I really don't want to unravel all this because it took ages to put in. In there is my Helly Hansen Fell Runners Classic base layer. Spare pair of socks by Innovate. They're knackered, I've had them forever. And finally, a pair of tights, which I've never worn. These are Under Armour ones, I think. I bought these back in 2016, 2017 maybe. So I think that's everything. Just realised I'm going to take one more thing. And that is not a base layer, but a layer. A long sleeved t-shirt. I'm going to take that with me as well, because if it gets nippy on the tops, I don't want to put my jacket on. I don't want to go into my emergency bag for my... This is a mid layer. I've got a mid layer. I'm going to bring a mid layer. That's all you need to know. Well, I've got this hat. This is my Great Isle Running hat. One of a kind. It's a prototype for a hat I wanted to sell in the shop. If you like it, let me know, because I never asked anyone. I've just still got the prototype. I've had it for a few years. Nearly lost it at the top of some fell race somewhere in the Peak District. Can't remember. I've got these new glasses. My history with glasses has always been free glasses you get with drinks. I've had the yellow ones I've got in previous videos yellow ones from previous videos come courtesy of Lipton's iced tea, and I've got some green ones as well courtesy of Jägermeister. So I thought, you know what, it's probably about time I bought some nice ones. So these ones are the gooder ones, and actually they're nice and snug on my face, and they fit nicely, and they are really good in the sun. They don't just make everything dark. They're polarizing, you can see perfectly. I'm gonna go with the Injinji socks, the toe socks. I've got some lovely yellow ones here. I'm gonna wear them alongside shoes, because I forgot shoes, of course. So the shoes I'm going for are the Nike Trail 2s, which I've had for a few months. But I've probably done about 200k in them or something so far. Really comfortable, decent grip on them. What have I done in these? So in these I've done, I did the Hardmore's 30 in these, which was extremely dry. That's one concern I have about these shoes, that it might be a lot wetter, but I'm not going to be flying down the hills. I'm going to be plodding along like a tractor, so I'm not too worried about grip on this one. I'm more concerned about comfort. So these are dead comfy. They've got grip, obviously, but like not the best, not the crazy like Innovate grip or anything like that. But they're really comfy and they're great. My second choice would have been these Hoka, what are they called? Speed Goats, Hoka Speed Goats. But I've had these for quite a while now, and they're getting to a point where they're a bit knackered, and I'm starting to feel it underneath. These would have been a really good choice as well. If you've got a pair of these, I'd go for these. Yeah, there's one more thing I forgot. Which is, I mean, I've had it on the whole time, but this this buff neck scarf thing, I'm going to call it a scarf, I suppose. We've got to have face coverings for checkpoints and for registration and for when we finish, etc. when indoors. So these are perfect. I mean, I tend to wear these all the time anyway, and I was never short of masks during the pandemic. I've always had an abundance of buffs. So that's pretty much it that I can think of right now. I'm going to attempt to put everything back in now in the correct order. Like I said, like, I'm not an expert at these big races. This has been really daunting for me. I've really struggled to like not think about it for like 2 weeks. A few of the things I have bought, like, so the poles I bought, the knife I bought recently. I had to go down all my drawers for the water bottles, and obviously I bought the food as well, and I've recently bought all the mountain fuel as well. So today I'm going to head to Up and Running after I come back from Hebden Bridge to pick up some more gels. I'm probably going to go for some proper gels, maybe some Torque gels, some Tasty Torque gels, maybe some mountain fuel gels. It just depends what's there as well, because I've left it too late now. Just last minute stuff. So thanks for watching. I will probably do a little, well, I'm going to do a video of the race, so I'll let you know how I get on. I might have found I might be covered in rubs and blisters because it's a lot of gear. It's a lot of gear to carry. It's the most gear I've carried. I went for a little test run outside up the Carveley cutting, and it was actually like just descending was pretty tough on my knee. Like my left knee was a bit whoop. So we'll find out. I've got a feeling I'm going to be hiking a lot of this. My A goal is under 12 hours. My B goal is under 14 hours. My C goal is to finish. My C goal is always going to be to finish. And if I get a C goal, I'll be very happy. I'll be over the moon. I don't know what I'm getting in for. The elevation is about 2,500 meters or 8,800 meters, 2,800 meters. Not too worried about that because it is over the space of about 75 kilometers or something like that. I feel like I've got a massive advantage over the people starting at 2. I'm in the first cohort starting at 12, and the people starting at 2 are potentially going to have 2 more hours in the dark, provided they get done in over 12 hours or something. So I do feel like I've got an advantage with the light, because after 10 hours it'll be 10 o'clock for them. After 10 hours it'll be midnight. So they've got about 8 hours of daylight. We've got 10. So feel lucky about that. Anyway, I'm holding that. So that's me for the Spine Sprint. That's my gear list for the Spine Sprint. Never done a gear list video before. They're quite useful. You can track me this weekend on the Spine Sprint, see how I get on with all this crap on my back, and I'll see you soon. Bye bye.